As a rule, such girls walk the catwalks at fashion shows, shine on the covers of glossy magazines and dream about peace all over the world. But our beautiful heroine has become popular thanks to totally different character traits: willpower, persistence, and the desire to defeat all her rivals on the tatami mat. European champion in judo, Daria Bilodid, is the heroine of our programme. The feeling of victory is probably the most pleasant feeling one could have in sports. The desire to fight until the end, does not matter what kind of game it was. Her only goal was to be number one. Libra. Peony. I like monkeys. Dasha was born in Kiev into a sports family of judoists. Her father, Judo Bilodid, is twice champion of Europe, and her mother, Svetlana Kuznetsova, is a champion of the Youth Championship of the USSR. We met at the judo and trained at the school Young Spartag with one coach, Viktor Ivanovich Koschatsev. There we met and grew up together, went to camps together and had some kind of relationship at a more mature age. Parents took her daughter to a famous school for artistic gymnastics. I've been doing rhythmic gymnastics since I was 3. I even managed to take first place at some competition. I even remember how glad I was and how I was running around the apartment with that gold medal. But as they say, you cannot run from your fate. Daria's trainer went on to work on television, but the girl did not want to train with anyone else. We were doing gymnastics for 2 years, and then it so happened that her coach left and she ended up at our judo. My wife is a children's coach and she really liked it. It was really hard for me to forbid it, and I honestly don't think that she would reach such a level. I had day training, of course, so I took her to the coaching room where she did her homework so that she would not be alone at home. She saw the other children and she kept asking me if she could join them. Once we allowed her to do the warm-up, then something else. That's how Daria got into judo. Daria's leadership qualities were evident in her early childhood. She wanted to win everything, no matter whether it was a game, a relay race or a competition. She considered second place a complete failure. There was a competition that she lost to one girl and got really upset because of that. Every day over the next 2 months, she kept asking to let her take part in the same competitions as that girl she had lost to. It just so happened that there was competition in 2 months and she defeated that same girl. So she cannot stand being number 2. She can only be number 1. It is a strong desire deeply entrenched in her heart, mind and soul. If I lost to someone, I got hysterical and I asked to go up against the same person so that I could take revenge on them and earn a well-deserved victory. Do a kip-up, now a flick-flack. For Dasha, mother and father are both parents and trainers. Such a combination certainly has its advantages, since at any moment they can openly discuss any problems and analyse the nuances of her performance. But there are also certain disadvantages. When my parents criticise me during training and tell me that I'm doing something wrong, that is sometimes more insulting and is a huge disadvantage. But I try to keep going and I understand that they do it all for me. Their family team, athlete trainers, works in a smooth and productive way, and the sports career of Daria Bilodid is developing quite rapidly. In 2016, in her up to 48 kilograms category, she first won the European Championship among cadets and then among juniors. On the eve of that victory, Daria first realised the fairness of one of the laws of judo. Give way now to win later. I fought among juniors for the first year and I took second place at 2 European Cups, which greatly upset me. But I'm very grateful to God for giving me the opportunity to reevaluate that and win the European Championships. That is, I made 2 serious mistakes in the final, but I defeated strong opponents and ended up taking first place after all. Favourite season? Summer. Crown dish? Baking cupcakes. Favourite drink? Lemonade. In 2017, the 16-year-old prodigy Daria Bilodid is already representing the national team of Ukraine. She won the first adult gold medal in March at the Open Continental Cup in Prague. She immediately started preparations for the European Championship in Warsaw. Her adult competitors with titles watched her training, and despite her young age, they perceived her as a serious opponent, and there were good reasons for that. She is the tallest in her weight. Her height is 1 meter 72 centimeters. Daria is sinewy and dry in her texture, but very strong despite her thinness. She has long arms and legs. I think it is a great advantage. Plus, Daria has a very good takedown technique, which is fighting on the knees, and then she throws her opponents down with her legs. I think that it is a much more difficult technique for people with short legs. I think that many have been preparing for me because they were fighting me at training camps, and even that Hungarian girl with her coach were watching me warm up. I think they were prepared for the fact that I'm not such a small athlete that would easily give way to anyone. They also knew that I'm a person of character and have every chance of winning. On April the 20th, 2017, Daria Bilodid realized her first serious dream in this sport. She became the European champion, beating the Russian Irina Dolgova in the final. In overtime, Daria won 3 extremely difficult fights against another representative of Russia, Maria Persitskaya, Serbian Milica Nikolic, and Hungarian Eva Chonovetsky. She's a prize winner of the Olympic Games. 29 years old, she is a 2-time champion of Europe, 6-time prize winner of Europe, prize winner of the World Cup, and a very experienced adult athlete. The whole fight was very difficult, but in the end, Daria did the throw that put an end to that beautiful meeting and that allowed us to advance to the finals. I cannot even describe what I felt back then. I was probably very happy, but I cannot remember the specific emotions now. I hugged my parents and we cried a little about the fact that one of the goals I had set myself had already been reached. Favorite city? My 3 favorite cities are New York, Paris and Vienna. Favorite singer? Among Ukrainian performers, I really like Akianelzi. Favorite subject in school? I like languages. Ukrainian and English are my 2 favorite subjects. The achievement of the title of European champion at 16 years automatically obliges Daria to pass another test, the test of fame. Everyone wants to interview her, recognizes her on the streets, and messages her in social networks. I was very surprised because I'm only 16 years old, and I was shocked that so many people were rooting for me. Many Polish children came up to me to give me a hug and shake hands with me. It was very pleasant. But her trainers, who are also her parents, do not let the star syndrome develop by doing communication with the press, training and the educational process. Daria is finishing the 11th grade and the exams are not far off. Here she participates in a photo shoot for the school album with her classmates. She could not attend the graduation prom due to competitions. Our schedule is Monday to Tuesday, judo, Wednesday in the pool, Thursday to Friday, judo, Saturday, pool. We rest on Sunday and we enjoy these Sundays. Daria does not need to be reminded of her duties. Her parents sometimes even have to make her go out with her friends. Stays up late studying. We, as parents, never make her do anything, neither in training nor in study. The fact is that Daria is very purposeful in life and can do things on her own. The only disagreement she has with her father is his stubborn refusal to see his daughter as a model. Her father is a father, but model agencies persistently contact the young star in social networks and keep inviting her to castings. As you know, my dad is against it. I have not yet persuaded him, but I want to make him change his mind and let me give it a try. Maybe that's not my thing, but I still want to try it out. I think that every girl should be feminine, know how to walk properly and be able to look good in photos, and that also requires some semblance of training. After Daria wins all possible medals in judo, she dreams of becoming a sports journalist. I also like sports gymnastics. It's a very spectacular sport. Andar Vernyayev is an athlete of an unbelievable level. Watching him is very interesting. Also Jan Beniluk in Greco-Roman wrestling. I also like diving and light athletics. All in all, I'm very interested in all kinds of sports. Daria also has her idol, judoist Mylinda Kelmendi from Kosovo. Her category is 52 kilograms. She is an Olympic champion, two-time world champion and a European champion. I really like her character and the fact that she is used to being first. She does not want to give in to athletes from other countries. That is probably what I like about her. Dream: Olympic Games. Happiness: when my relatives are healthy and are with me. Love: I haven't experienced this feeling yet, maybe only towards my family. The heart of our beauty is still free, but there's an idea of the future's significant other. Of course, he must not be stupid. There must be a certain level of intelligence to him, but he certainly must not be foolish. Probably smart, but he must have a sporty physique, that's for sure. A girl with a strong character, attractive appearance of a model, and the strength of the spirit of a true fighter. Our Olympic hope and pride of Ukraine, Daria Bilodid, loves and knows how to win, and she will delight us with her performances on the world tatami many more times.